Academic Challenge. Through dedication and hard work, they are fulfilling dreams and preparing to lead us into tomorrow. That's why Westfield Insurance is proud to sponsor Academic Challenge, a program that spotlights academic success and encourages growth and development of our local youth. Join us and our independent agency partners as we salute the achievement of these young scholars and look forward to a promising future with tomorrow's generation of leaders.
Tonight, teams from Tallmadge, Glenoak, and Wadsworth meet on Academic Challenge.
Academic Challenge is brought to you by Westfield Insurance. And now, here's the host of Academic Challenge, Adam Shapiro.
Hello again, I'm Adam Shapiro, and welcome to another Academic Challenge. The challenge is simple. Tonight, 3 teams will compete for points by answering questions which cover topics like math, science, history. We have all kinds of topics. Let's look at the team standings so far, because at the end of this season, the top 3 scoring teams will return for our championship match. But these points are very important for another reason. Westfield Insurance will grant more than $30,000 to the top 10 schools that compete this season right now on Academic Challenge. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started with the opening match. We call it the lightning round. In this round, all 3 teams compete. We will award 10 points for a correct answer, but we subtract 10 points for an incorrect or no answer. We're going to start each team with 100 points, and here we go. Heads up. Use your heads here and see if you can identify the following, all connected to some way to heads, real and fictional. Supposedly, an apple hit this scientist on the head. Glenoak.
Newton.
Newton is correct. This fictional character was frightened by the headless Tallmadge.
Ichabod Crane.
Is correct. The character Bottom wears a donkey's head in this Shakespeare. Glenoak.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Is correct. This mythical monster with the head. Glenoak.
Minotaur.
Is correct. In 1536, an executioner beheaded. Glenoak.
Anne Boleyn.
Is correct. Harry Potter tangled with this. Wadsworth.
Oh, what?
Need an answer?
What? I don't know.
Cerebus.
Actually looking for Fluffy. The answer was Fluffy. The Red-Headed League is a story by this author who created Sherlock Holmes. Glenoak.
Arthur Conan Doyle.
Is correct. The mythical Hercules killed this many. Tallmadge.
Hydra.
Is correct. The heads of 4 U.S. presidents are carved on. Wadsworth.
Mount Rushmore.
Is correct. Take a look at the monitor, because right now for our final lightning round question, we're going to go to James Gaffigan from the Cleveland Orchestra.
This summer, the Cleveland Orchestra will perform a popular Rossini overture named for which legendary Swiss patriot, an archer who was forced to shoot an apple from his son's head?
Wadsworth.
William Tell.
William Tell is correct. Good job to all teams. We're going to be back with more Academic Challenge and more questions right after this. Tonight's guest judge is Dr. Mark Lewine, professor of anthropology and urban studies at Cuyahoga Community College. He is also director of the Center for Community Research. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. It's time for our Mix It Up round, where the questions are worth 20 points. There's no penalty, absolutely no penalty, for an incorrect answer. Answer all 6 questions correctly, and your team receives 25 bonus points. But before we get to all that, let's take a moment to learn about team number 1 from Tallmadge. Tallmadge is a 4-year comprehensive high school located between the University of Akron and Kent State University. Tallmadge is a venture capital school and is widely known for its excellent staff. It also excels in athletics by winning 7 state softball championships and 1 baseball state championship. Our captain from Tallmadge is Brian. Welcome to Academic Challenge. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Brian Jordan. I'm a junior. I'm a member of NHS, the president of the Young Republicans Club. I'm also an avid history buff and a published author.
It is good to have you here, Mr. Jordan. And you, Steve, what about you?
I'm Stephen Etheridge. I'm a member of Student Senate and Spanish Club. I help out with the middle school chess team. I'm a Lego enthusiast, and I enjoy reading science fiction, history, and playing paintball.
Y buena suerte, Steve. How about you, Nick?
My name is Nick Marzol, and I'm a senior at Tallmadge High School. I'm a member of the jazz band, concert band, marching band, and choirs. I'm a member of NHS, and I just got my Eagle Scout Award.
Ah, congratulations. That's worthy of a round of applause. Congratulations, Nick. All right, Nick, Brian, and Steve, your questions are such. I will send over 20 points if you can find in this phrase the name of what capital city of Delaware.
Dover.
Dover is correct. All will be well if you can complete this word to name the British general who lost it all at the Battle of Yorktown.
Cornwallis.
Is correct. Here you see a plain garden variety onion, but if you change just one letter, you will have the name of what heavenly hunter constellation?
Orion.
Orion.
Orion is correct. Here you have three famous men who have little in common except their shared initials. Please arrange them in correct chronological order.
Sir Walter Raleigh, Wilhelm Röntgen, William Rehnquist.
Is correct. Had the internet been available in the 19th century, this might have been the address of what English author, whose many works include Oliver Twist?
Charles Dickens.
Is correct. This is for the bonus, Tallmadge. The more I read about him, the less I wonder that they poisoned him. This was one historian's rather unkind appraisal of what ancient Greek philosopher forced to kill himself by drinking hemlock. Need an answer.
Herodotus.
Socrates. Looking for Socrates, but well done, Tallmadge. Our second team is Glenoak. Glenoak, located northeast of Canton, is a comprehensive high school offering 190 units of credit, a strong academic program with integrated studies, interdisciplinary classes, and cooperative experiences, is complemented by an extensive career program. Students have the opportunity to register for 12 advanced placement courses, more than any other Stark County school. Ben is our captain from Glenoak. Welcome to the program. Tell me about yourself.
I am Ben Rudick. I'm a senior. I'll be attending Williams College in Massachusetts next year. I'm the captain of our academic challenge team. I'm a co-captain of our track team where I pole vault, and I'm also an Eagle Scout. And I'd like to thank our advisor, Matthew Brown.
Good to have you here, Ben. How about you, Heath? Tell me about yourself.
My name is Heath Monnet. I'm a junior, and I participate in soccer, choir, and science Olympiad.
Good to have you here, Heath. And David, how about you?
Well, I'm a senior, and, you know, ever since this TV thing came up, the endorsements have been rolling in, so I'm having a great time. But really, you know, I've been heading up this academic challenge team with Ben the entire year. I've been having a great time, and I know that that's because of the great people I've been working with. You know, Travis here is our alternate, Richie, Emma, Christina. I just want to thank them all right now. And if the audience can give them a hand, they're the ones that deserve it.
Well, David, thank you very much. We will give a hand to everybody right after this. One other thing, his father owns a Studebaker Lark. Ready? Here are your questions. You don't have to go to sea here to find within this sentence the last name of what Spanish explorer, the first European to see the Pacific Ocean from the New World.
Balboa.
Is correct. By filling in the blanks, you can turn back the dusty pages of history to name what so-called revolution that witnessed the growth of factories in Europe and America in the 18th century.
Industrial.
Is correct. Add one letter here and you'll change this liquid measure into what name for a large 16th century Spanish sailing ship?
Galleon.
Galleon.
Galleon is correct. Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador. Listed alphabetically here are three South American countries. Can you rearrange them in order of geographical size going from the smallest to the largest?
Ecuador, Argentina, Brazil.
He is correct. This might have been an appropriate internet address for what 19th century American who spent several years living in solitude at Walden Pond?
Thoreau.
Is correct. Final question for the bonus. The moon is a desert. I have seen deserts. With these words, poet W.H. Auden dismissed the historic 1969 moon landing of astronauts on what number Apollo mission?
11.
11 is correct. Congratulations, Glenoak. You got the bonus. And our third team tonight is Wadsworth. Wadsworth is proud of both its academic athletic excellence. With a staff of 85 teachers, its students consistently score above average in SAT and ACT tests. Wadsworth students have placed as state finalists in speech and debate, music and academics, plus the boys and girls basketball, girls cross country and wrestling teams have dominated the suburban league over the past decade. Well, dominating our team right now, our captain, Paul. Welcome to the show. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Paul Ott. I'm a senior at Wadsworth High School. I will be attending OSU next year and possibly majoring in medicine. And we'd like to thank our media communications class for our video and for our previous taping of other competitions before this competition.
Paul, it's good to have you here. How about you, Mattia?
Hi, my name's Mattia Post. I'm a junior, and I'm in French Club and Speech and Debate. I'd like to thank our two alternates that came here, well, one, John Losh, and Becca Orchard, who couldn't be here today.
Good to have you here. And how about you, Joel?
Hi, my name's Joel Wozni. I'm a member of Spanish Club, Speech and Debate, Tennis, Drama Club, and Choir. And I'd like to thank our coach, Mr. Miller, for all the work he's done with our team.
And, of course, one of our main camera operators is a graduate of Wadsworth, Roy Myers, but he graduated a long time ago, 1963. He's rooting for you guys as you get your first question. Look carefully through this kaleidoscope, and you'll find the hidden name of what capital city of Kansas?
Topeka.
He is correct. All the consonants have been eliminated from the last name of what 19th century newspaper tycoon who endowed a series of annual prizes given in journalism and literature?
Go ahead.
Pulitzer.
He is correct. Add one letter here, and you'll change this clergyman into what device that produces nuclear energy?
Reactor.
Reactor is correct. Mongols, Nazis, Vandals. These invaders spread terror across the land in different centuries. Can you arrange them in chronological order?
Mongols, Vandals, Nazis.
Actually, Vandals, Mongols, Nazis. If Shakespeare's characters had been able to use the internet, this might have been the address of what young woman who drowns herself after being rejected by Hamlet?
Ophelia?
Is correct. Return with your shield or upon it. This phrase, meaning either win the battle or don't come back alive, was the cheery send-off for soldiers of what ancient militaristic Greek city-state often at war with Athens?
Sparta.
Sparta is correct. Good job, Wadsworth. We're going to come back with more questions and recap the scores on Academic Challenge right after this. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, we want to recap the scores so far. Now, in third place, we have Wadsworth with 210 points. In second place, 220 points, Tallmadge. In first place right now, 295 points, easy for me to say, Glenoak. Now remember, anybody can win this game. The object is to win points. It's time for the picture-perfect round. Each correct answer is worth 10 points, but a wrong or no answer is going to cost your team 10 points. All three teams play, so we need your hands on your buzzer, eyes on the monitor on the floor, because here we go. You have to become governor of Kentucky if you want to live in this mansion located in what capital city of that state? Tallmadge.
Frankfurt.
Is correct. Attached to the top of this atrium is Richard Hunt's sculpture of the ladder of what Old Testament figure who fought with an angel? Glenoak.
Jacob.
Is correct. New York's Brooklyn Bridge spans what river named for one of the directions on a compass? Tallmadge.
East.
Is correct. East River. What is the value of this expression as a fraction? Glenoak.
1/25.
Is correct. This beautiful golden stone is called an orthos. Wadsworth.
Topaz.
Actually, where it comes from, Madagascar. This 1899 calendar with its idealized picture of a Red Cross worker and a wounded soldier was printed 1 year after what U.S. war ended? Glenoak.
Civil War.
Spanish-American War is what we're looking for. This ancient Roman mosaic depicts Aeneas being pursued by what legendary queen of Carthage who loved him? Wadsworth?
Helen of Troy.
Actually, Dido, or Elisa. Dwight F. Davis, one Secretary of War, is best remembered for establishing the Davis Cup as an international prize in what sport? Glenoak.
Hockey.
Tennis.
No.
Looking for tennis. This is a self-portrait of what 20th century Italian artist noted for his elongated sculptures? Raphael, Giacometti, or Vermeer? All right, we are looking for Giacometti. And wildflowers cover this field in Chippewa County in what northern U.S. state whose capital city is Ann Arbor? Tallmadge.
Michigan.
Michigan is correct. We're going to come back with more Academic Challenge right after this. Let's welcome and meet our team advisors from Glenoak. Let's say hello to Matthew Brown, representing Tallmadge, is Keith Crane and Kathy Sarver, and advising Wadsworth is Rick Miller. In our last round, we actually read a question where we said that the capital of Michigan is Ann Arbor. Well, one of our audience members pointed out that's totally wrong. The capital is Lansing, but the answer was still correct because we were looking for Michigan, the state of Michigan, and won't affect the score, so we're just going to leave the scores as they are. Now, we're going to get back underway with our hot picks round. One at a time, I'm going to ask each team 8 questions. A correct response is worth 20 points with no penalty for a wrong answer. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive 25 bonus points. First up, team number 1, Tallmadge. The way we do this, however, is we ask Ben, the captain of Glenoak, to pick the questions for you. 1, 2, or 3?
3.
3 it shall be. Nick, Brian, and Steve, are you ready? Here we go. What college with no students would close if a constitutional amendment provided for direct election of the U.S. president?
The Electoral College.
Is correct. Though he was an American, Ernest Hemingway's home in Cuba was designated a national monument by what longtime Cuban dictator?
Fidel Castro.
Is correct. In the 1840s, the failure of what tuber crop led to famine in Ireland and caused a large wave of Irish immigration to America?
Potatoes.
Is correct. Take a look at your monitor for a science question. Neutrons, molecules, protons. According to Avogadro's law, equal volumes of gases at equal pressures contain equal numbers of which of these?
Molecules.
Is correct. Though its Chinese name means desert of sand, much of the sand is blown away from what desert that covers most of Mongolia?
Gobi.
Gobi is correct. Seeking another trio in literature, the Three Musketeers might turn to Shakespeare's play Macbeth, where they'd find what weird threesome upon the heath. Need an answer. We are looking for the witches. Boil, boil, toil, and trouble. Okay, take a look at the monitor for a math question. What is the average of these three expressions? Need an answer.
Do it.
B plus 3?
Actually, B plus 4. Make haste slowly was the motto of what ruler, the first Roman emperor and the heir of Julius Caesar?
Augustus.
Augustus is correct. Good job, Tallmadge. We're going to move on to Glenoak. All right. Glenoak, your questions will be either 1 or 2 as decided by Paul from Wadsworth. 1 or 2?
1.
1 it shall be. David, Ben, and Heath, you don't have to buzz in. Are you ready? Here we go. A Bronco is usually at home on the range, but in pro football, a Bronco's home is what Colorado city?
Denver.
Denver is correct. It was in Boston on March 10th, 1876, that what inventor made the world's very first telephone call, telling his assistant, Mr. Watson, come here?
Alexander Graham Bell.
Is correct. The Gulf Stream is an ocean current, but what stream of high-velocity winds shares its name with a type of airplane engine?
Jet stream.
Is correct. Take a look at the monitor for a science question. Chest, hand, eye. In which of these areas do you find the aqueous humor?
The eye.
Eye is correct. Because his children were still very young, what Macedonian conqueror, when on his deathbed in 323 BC, willed his empire not to them, but to the strongest?
Alexander the Greek.
Is
Great.
challenge me in the commercial break. I'm going to give it to you right now. He was a bold man who first ate an oyster, wrote what British author who included other pearls of wisdom in his satire Gulliver's Travels?
Swift.
Is correct. Take a look at the monitor for a math question. What is the area of triangle ABC if the base is 18 and the altitude is 10?
90.
90 is correct. 10 years after Bartholomew Diaz rounded the Cape of Good Hope, what other Portuguese explorer took the same route and became the first European to reach India by sea?
Magellan.
Magellan.
Actually, Vasco da Gama was the answer we're looking for. But good try, good job, Glenoak. Wadsworth. One set of questions. And these are your questions. What colonial statesman from Philadelphia gave his most electrifying performance while holding the string of a kite during a thunderstorm?
Franklin.
Is correct. One reason that Supreme Court appointments are considered so carefully is that the justices are appointed for what term of office?
Life.
Is correct. The Ozark Mountains, usually associated with Arkansas, also extended to what northern neighbor, which shares its name with the largest tributary of the Mississippi?
Missouri. Missouri.
Is correct. Take a look at the monitor for a science question. Ion, isotherm, polymer. Which of these terms refers to an atom that has lost or gained electrons?
Ion.
Is correct. The rock that Spain would very much like to own is not a precious gem, but rather what British colony at the tip of the Iberian Peninsula?
Gibraltar.
Is correct. You might expect Geoffrey Crayon to be a name adopted by an artist, but it was one of the pen names used by one American author who wrote such stories as Rip Van Winkle.
Washington Irving.
Yes, both are correct. Washington Irving. Take a look at the monitor for a math question. I want you to solve for X.
3.
2. Looking for 2. In the 5th century BC, the Greek city of Athens enjoyed a 14-year peace during the rule of what statesman who presided over Athens during its golden age? Need an answer.
Alexander the Great.
Pericles. Looking for Pericles. Good job, Wadsworth. We're going to come back with more academic challenge and our final deciding grab bag after this.
For academic challenge information on the web, log on to newsnet5.com and click on Education.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we continue, we want to recap the scores so far. Now, in third place with 310 points, Wadsworth. In second place with 370 points, Tallmadge. In first place with 435 points, Glenoak. But in this round, anybody can still win. We're playing for points. It's time for the grab bag round. In this free-for-all, each correct answer is worth 20 points, but a team will lose 20 points for a wrong or no answer. There will also be some visual questions. Those are worth 30 points, but an incorrect answer is going to cost your team 30 points. Again, this is for all three teams. Everybody, hands on your buzzer. We're going to start with the first question. Please wait till I call on you if you buzz in. The Essential Element is the subtitle of John Ridgen's recent book about what chemical element whose atomic number is 1. Glenoak.
Hydrogen.
Is correct. Mexico has created an important new government position aimed at helping Mexican Americans in the U.S. thanks to efforts by what Mexican president? Wadsworth
Vicente Fox.
is correct. To unlock a store of natural treasures from the islands south of Miami, you might use what object that describes Florida's island? Glenoak.
Key.
Key is correct. Take a look at the monitor. Constructed in the architecture of the Italian Renaissance, this mansion is located not in Italy, but in the town of Lviv. In what other European country whose capital is Kiev? Glenoak.
Ukraine.
Ukraine is correct. A surgeon named Portman made medical history in 1959 when he transplanted a tiny bone called the stapes, which is part of what sensory organ? Glenoak.
The ear.
Is correct. In degrees, what is the sum of the exterior angles of a convex polygon with 20 sides? Anybody? We're looking for 360 degrees. According to a recent survey, the U.S. state whose citizens are the least healthy is what state where many health policies are set in the capital city of Jackson? Tallmadge.
Mississippi.
Is correct. Take a look at the monitor for me. Photographed in 1895, this is what English author who wrote over 100 books, including The Time Machine and The War of the Worlds? Tallmadge.
H.G. Wells.
Is correct. The U.S. state where the fewest automobiles are stolen each year is what New England state where Howard Dean was once governor? Tallmadge.
Vermont.
Is correct. From a line perpendicular to its orbit about the sun, the Earth is inclined at an angle of approximately 5 degrees, 23 degrees, or 60 degrees. Wadsworth.
23 degrees.
Is correct. Even before the passage of the Intolerable Acts, the colonists had found intolerable what 1765 Revenue Act that sounds like a philatelist's dream. Tallmadge.
The Stamp Act.
Is correct. Take a look at the monitor. Nothing is made of plastic here in the billiards room at the Palace of Versailles. Glenoak.
Louis the 15th.
Louis the 14th. What 26th president published a book of essays called The Strenuous Life, a title he might well... We are out of time, and I don't think you buzzed in before the buzzer, so I'm not going to accept it. Let's see how everyone did. In third place with 350 points, Wadsworth. In second place with 460 points, Tallmadge. And in first place, stand up, Glenoak, 495 points. Congratulations, Glenoak. Be sure to join us next week as we will feature teams from Crestwood, Elyria Catholic, and Firestone. I'm Adam Shapiro. We will see you next week for another academic challenge. Good night, everybody.
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by Westfield Insurance.